This channel is a not so proud member of YouTube's all encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. You'll find one of us everywhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16 or people over the emotional age of 21. The language, themes, attitude, and personality of this presenter was not suitable for his own children when they were young, and he was a permissive parent. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics, especially today. It just so happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the rules for layouts. It's your layout. Do what you want. Don't tell someone what to do unless they ask you what they should do. Don't call out, criticize, or mock another channel on your channel unless you're really good friends and it's all in good fun. Hi, everybody. Let's see who's here today. Wow. Hi, Brian, Angel Share. Hi, Chris from Chris Hales Heritage Railway. Hi, Christopher, Dragons on the High Iron. Hello, Carl. Well, welcome, Jeff Hammond. Nice to have you here from Flint Hills Model Railway. You know, we actually have a town near us called Flint. Actually, it's about 2.5 hours away, but I got a friend who lives there, so it's near. Ed Sutherland, always nice to have you here as well. Colin Wykes, am I well? Well, we'll talk about that. Let's see, who else have I missed? Ed Sutherland, I think I said hi, but if not, hi again. Melvin Fackler, welcome. Nice to have you here, sir. Pete Clark, nice to have you. Hopefully you didn't think, Pete, my comment on your video that I was being dismissive or rude or mocking in any way. No, I was trying to make a bad joke, and just sometimes what's funny in your head doesn't come out in the fingers that way. Let me see. Mystic Southern Railway, hello, and I believe your first name is John because you're one of the Johns. Anybody else? March West Junction. Hey, nice to have you. How are you? Ewan the Growler is here. And I think I've covered everybody. If I missed you, let me know. I don't like missing people. I feel really guilty if I miss people. Okay. Even before the events of Wednesday, it was not a good week for me. And it's just continued to be sort of a pain in the butt week. I went back to work this week, and it's a drag. I'm teaching extra classes. I had one class shy of a full load. I'm allowed to have one class. Actually, I'm allowed to have two classes shy of full load last semester. But I have one class more than a full load now, so I am overloaded with classes, and it's a lot more work and getting everything ready and dealing with parents and dealing with kids that have left and come back, and I don't want to get into it. I don't want people talking about schools or where kids should be, whether it should be online or not be online. I have to deal with a reality. It's online. It's completely online. The positive, I get to teach from home. I don't have to go into my building to teach because we still have rampant COVID at my building. Most of the work staff, the custodial staff at my building is now out with COVID. My sister-in-law, my wife's brother's sister, is in the hospital with COVID. So it's getting closer and closer and closer. Let's see, did somebody else come in that I missed? Hey, Tim JD and Kieran, nice to see you. It's just, work this week has just been insane trying to get everything sorted and doing Last week when I saw you, I was feeling kind of positive. I had my 3D printer. Well, there we go. I hate trying to do mirrors. You can see it's back there in a black bag. Um, the 3D printer was working well with one issue. We have what's called warping. That's where um, as you're building up the layers of the filament, as the filament's building up, as the bottom parts start to cool and the top parts are hot, it pulls up on the corners. It pulls up. They said it's inconsistent heating, cooling, etc. And there's like 10,000 suggestions of how to solve the problem. Well, my wife and I were going through them all. One of the suggestions was get a containment bag. Buy one of these big things that you can stick the 3D printer in. Seal it up. It keeps the dust off. It has a thermal insulation, so it keeps the heat consistent in there. And so we were going to try that. But yesterday, while trying to put it in the containment thing, somehow we managed to break the y-axis. I don't know what we did. At first, it looked like we had just unplugged the y-axis motor, but even when we plug it in, it's not working. I will have to when I have some time. I didn't have time today. Hopefully this weekend. But yeah, I managed to break the y-axis. The motor is not running. It will run. It'll run X and Z, but it won't run the y-axis. It's just not. It won't move. You can move it manually, which you always could, but it won't run when you start printing. It just goes back and forth and keeps dropping all the plastic there when it's supposed to obviously be put in. So I'm really pissed at myself because I don't know what we did, but somehow while trying to put it in the containment contraption, I broke it. And I am pissed at myself for breaking it. Hi, Steve Childers. So I don't know if you guys are hearing me, but yeah, I broke my 3D printer, so I'm pissed. I am in a lousy mood. The circumstances of my country have me pissed, and I don't want to talk about it. Don't want anybody mentioning it down here other than me mentioning it now to say don't mention it. Yeah, I broke my 3D printer. So that's $500 right now out the window, and I'm not that rich where I can just swallow $500 destruction and just replace it. I've got to find out what I can do to fix it, and I can't send it back. This was our error. My wife and I still don't know quite what we did, other than we were trying to fit it into the containment unit and popped a wire. We reconnected the wire because it was a plug-in, unplug, plug in, and now it doesn't work. So yeah, I broke my 3D printer, and I am very, very pissed. At myself. Nobody else, at myself. I have times where I'm working with something and I think I'm doing something easy and I manage to totally kibosh the whole thing. On the flip side, let's see if I can get this to work. Let's see if this works. I built this last weekend and through the week. Hi, Richard Brown. Nice to have you. I built this. I built a display shelf. You can see one of my Rhinegold's is up there, and a couple of my other trains. And way in the back is the Beatles train. But I don't remember what happened last Friday or not. But yeah, so here's a close-up. But if you look closely at this, you will see it's not a four-car train anymore. The Beatles Eurostar Yellow Submarine is not a four-car. It is a six-car. I got the other two cars in. So I've got all six of the Beatles cars now. So I'm quite happy with that. Feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, so there's the box of it. Again, I don't know if I showed this last week or not, if it was last week when it came in. Here is a picture of the warping we were talking about, the 3D. I don't know if you could see how the bottom just bends up a bit, so the buildings aren't quite square. So that's, here's another example, another building I printed up. And again, you can see along here how it bends up. And they call it warping in the 3D printing world. And we were doing a lot of different tricks trying to adjust the heating, the cooling, and everything. Nothing was really working. And so they said you really need one of the containment and keep a more consistent temperature in it. And that's where I discombobulated everything. So let's go back to Acer View here. So that's been my week. Work, society, and then the things I do to distract myself, like the 3D printing, because we've really been working. I printed up like 6 or 7 buildings, and I get different levels of warping, and I'm not a techie guy anymore. 20 years ago, I would have called myself a techie guy. When I was in my 30s, I home built all my computers. Now I look inside a computer and I go, what's that? But be that as it may, let's set up the world, and I'll see who else is coming in and see what everybody's saying. Hopefully everybody's having a better 96 hours, 120 hours than I'm having. Let's go that way, and let's get everybody started up. There we go. Sorry about that. Let me see. Did anybody else come in? Did I chase everybody away with being so negative? Beatles. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kieran. I just wanted to have some fun with that. I really wanted to mess with you on that. You guys are going a little slow. I slowed you down too much. Let's get a little more speed on. Come on. I know I slowed you down, but a little bit. Little bit. Okay, so there we go. So anyhow, my mic is going. Uh-oh. It doesn't normally go on this view. Or maybe it's just me leaning away from it. I haven't decided yet. Is the mic sounding any better here, or is it really sounding bad? Because normally it only acts up on the Acer screen. We'll see if it sounds better here. Yeah. So let me go back to some things. Kieran, yeah. I just really wanted to mess with you there because you put up that 11-second video. And whenever you put up a video, it's definitely less than 30 seconds, and I just wanted to mess with you. So I figured I'd write a comment that was at least as long as your video. Of course, also when somebody puts up a half-hour video, I tend to think like, a 5-second comment's probably is not good enough. If you took the time to put up a half-hour video to film half an hour, I feel like, hey, nice job, isn't fair recompense. So I always try to leave nice, good comments when somebody takes that much time to put up a video. But in your case, I decided to mess with you. Hey, Joel, how are you? What was the other one I saw? Oh, going back to the Beatles. Yeah, I saw the wagons after, I forget who mentioned them to me yesterday on one of the live streams. Yeah, they're kind of cool looking, but at the same time, they really don't fit in with anything I'm doing, but they are Beatles, and they're not expensive. I don't quite know what the theme was. Like, were they going to do one for each of the albums, and those are the first 4? Now, if they were going to do one for each of the albums, I'm in. I'll put them up on the display shelf and call it good. And hi, Ray. Well, Ray, you put up a Berlin Alexanderplatz. Okay, if anybody here besides me knows what Berlin Alexanderplatz is besides a train station, I'm not referring to the train station, but yeah, you put up a Berlin Alexanderplatz this week, Ray. I did not get through them. I didn't have a lot of time to get through them. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Berlin Alexanderplatz is a 16-hour movie. The director's cut is now 18 hours, but it's a 16-hour movie. It's an infamous 16-hour movie. It was made years and years and years ago. Berlin Alexanderplatz. So anyhow, Joel, how much is the railjet? That railjet combined was from Rocco. It was from 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Are we going on 4? Is it 4 years old now? Anyhow, total price was roughly, let me see if I do it in euros, about 800 to 850 euros total. The locomotive, now I didn't pay that much for it. I got things slightly cheaper. The locomotive was about 250 euros. And then the 4-car set was 320 euros. And the 4-car set, which included the Steuerwagen, the control cab. And then the 3-car set was about 250 euros. So like 350, 250, and 250. So about 800 euros or 900 euros. Did that add up to 900? 250 and 350, 600. And then 250 again. 850 euros. Yeah. So 850 euros. I think I averaged it up to about, total, it was about $925, $930. I didn't buy it all at once. I bought the locomotive and the 4-car, and then I bought the 4-car set, and then I bought the 3-car set. I got the 3-car set for $600 and the locomotive for, about 230. I got the locomotive on sale. Well, hi Heath and Ollie, how are you guys? Let me see. What did I miss? Because I am talking and not even reading comments right now. No, Ray, it wasn't that bad. But yes, you did put up a 7-parter. Heath is doing some work, but wanted to give a thumbs up. Thank you, Heath. Hey, Bear Lane Steven, how are you? So yeah, the Railjet was, well, the Railjet still is, at this moment, my most expensive train. Where am I? There we go. My Railjet that, well, let's get him here. Up the ramp, quick, up the ramp. There he is. Yeah, that guy is, as of this moment, it's my most expensive train. And so, yeah, he came in over $900 total. I paid about $900. I paid $600 for the cars, and just over $600 for the cars. And I think with tax and shipping, $270 for the locomotive. It was $230 plus shipping and tax. So here he comes. But my ICE4 will be the most expensive train whenever it finally comes out, because he's going to cost a lot more. And then my steam locomotive, the Rheingold, that is running on the layout today. We'll catch him coming up here. He is the most valuable locomotive I have. He is worth about 1,200 American dollars. I didn't pay anywhere close to that. I paid about $350 for that entire train kit. It was 6 parts? I swear there was part 7. Okay, well, I'm bad at math apparently this week. Well, welcome back, Jeff. I just was feeling so stressed with so much work this week and not a lot of time to check the internet. Fortunately, I don't watch TV, so the time I watch TV, I watch YouTube train videos instead, or join in live feed. Sometimes I'm watching one video and listening to a live feed. Yeah, the same day you posted a bunch of stuff, Ray, a bunch of other sites I follow posted a ton of stuff. It was, hey Randall, how are you? It was crazy. Welcome, Randall. Yes, I do love it. That's why it's still on the layout. I haven't taken it off yet. I don't consider myself a steam convert, but I'm in love with that particular Rheingold steam loco. My other one that is put up on the shelf, if you weren't here last week, that was the chore I accomplished before last live stream, was I did get the light post on my platform. So now my Dumb Horse layout is 100% officially done. Other than I'm probably going to cut a little bit off that one platform because I actually made that platform a little too long. But there's that. There's nobody here, but yeah, that steamer. Yeah, I'm in love with that steamer. My other one, not nearly the same. I think it's cool, but I don't know, maybe it's the one glitch it was having while it was running on a couple of the tracks. Maybe it's because it doesn't have all the cool functions, but I think it's cool. I'm glad I have it, but I'm not in love with it. That steamer, yeah, love is definitely... Hey, David Cook, how are you? David, what's with the Sir Anthony business? You've been calling me Sir Anthony lately. I hate that. I am so anti-nobility. I am an egalitarian. That's not a religion. My religion is Frisbitarian. And no, you did not hear me wrong. I am a Frisbitarian, not a Presbyterian. I'm a Frisbitarian. I am a part of a religion that believes when you die, your soul is turned into a plastic flying disc, which is then thrown on garage roofs to spend eternity. I am a Frisbitarian. Oh, that's good to hear, Randall. No, Chris. Lord High Inquisitor or God are the only two titles I'll accept besides just Anthony. It could be. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Now that I think about it, since I do knight everybody, but you'll notice I don't have it. If I type in... See, let's just do that. See, when I type in, I'm the only one who doesn't have the Holy Spanner. I don't have the Sword Requitur. I don't have Excalibur. You guys all have the Royal Blue. Yeah, I said hi, Heath, again. See, I'm the only one who doesn't have it. That's how egalitarian I am. You all have it. I don't. No, I've met a few relatively famous people one way or another. The sad thing is in 2000, God, when was it? 2004? 2005? I had a chance to meet the King of Spain at the time, Juan Carlos. I had a chance to meet him. And I didn't go. Because our city, Toledo, Ohio, and the city of Toledo, Spain, were the first original sister cities, twin cities, sister cities. We were the first. So if you've ever heard of sister cities or partner cities or twin cities, Toledo, Ohio and Toledo, Spain were the first. Okay, it's Toledo, Spain, I know. And 2004, I think, was the 75th anniversary of the partnership. And I was, at the time, kind of a big shot in the sister cities community in my city of Toledo because I was running my exchange program. I just had a book published, so I was mildly famous locally. And so I got invited to be a part of a delegation to go over for the celebration. Now, did not know King Juan Carlos was going to be there, but about 10 of us from the city of Toledo were invited. 8 of us went. Well, 8 of them went. And, but the problem is, to go, we had to pay our own airfare. And I didn't have the money for the airfare. The money I had went to my exchange program, so I couldn't afford an additional flight, nor would my job give me the 5 days off of work. You'll have to take those days without pay. By the way, you have to pay your own airfare over there. So I didn't go, and lo and behold, while in Toledo, Spain, King Juan Carlos and his wife came down and met with the delegation. There was a big picture in the newspaper with my friend Hanser Sepka, who has since passed away, and other friends from this community I knew, all shaking hands with King Juan Carlos. So I had a chance to meet the King of Spain, but I missed it. Hi, Andrew T. No, I spent it this day, and hi, Terry Elrond. I spent this opening monologue talking about what an absolute, pardon my language, shitty week I'm having. Don't pardon my language. It's the only way to describe it. I broke my 3D printer, so now it doesn't work. And I broke it. Can't blame it on anybody. Can't blame it on dirty communists. I can't blame it on subversive Russian spies. On this screen, yes, the camera's numbers have always been there. They're the only one. I took them off, but I never took them off this one. So this way, at least, they kind of show the order they run in. You start at the station, then the village, then you come around to the 11 lane, and then you go up the ramp. Actually, you would go down the long run, but this is now a whole table run. So you go. This camera used to be down lower, and you'd see everything going up the long run there. And then they'd come back up the ramp into the station. So yeah, the numbers were always there. They're not on this one. I don't know if this sounds Dalek-y or not. Yeah, I can't even blame Heath for this one. The thing is, the Gremlins didn't do it, and I know I did it, and so I'm that type of person. I screwed up. I did something stupid. I don't know exactly what I did, but I was the one handling it. It wasn't Joyce. I can't blame Joyce for it. I can't blame Gremlins. I finagled it and tried to force it into the container, and then I popped the one wire, and trying to replace the wire, it's still not working. Even though the plug and wire are still going into the socket, it's not working. Everything else is working. It just, the Z-axis motor won't run anymore. Not the Z-axis, the Y-axis motor is not working. I might be able to tear it apart tomorrow and fix it. I've got nothing else to do tomorrow. So I can't even blame Heath for it. I just got to blame myself. No, the cats don't come down here, Chris. We've got a gate that prevents the cats from coming down here. It's also there for when my grandson eventually starts crawling. And if he's like my kids, he'll start crawling early. I've got a daughter that was born in July, and we figured the Christmas tree was safe that first Christmas. Nope, she was already crawling and under the tree and getting into everything. Well, that's the problem, Ed. I appreciate you trying to make me feel better, but in my world, I gotta growl at myself and cuss myself out, and then I can move past it. Because otherwise, I'll sit and stew on it forever. You're better off typing in, well, you shouldn't have been such a dumbass and messed with it, Anthony. I'd probably feel better with that one. Do what, sound guy? What? Well, at the time she was little, I still had live trees with big bases because I used to get big trees. Couldn't get them tall because we only have an 8-foot ceiling. That's one of the dreams in life I'm not going to have. I always wanted to have a house with a cathedral ceiling where I could get like a 15-foot Christmas tree. Never happened. You know, I've been stuck on this view and there's not anything happening there. Well, let's go up the ramp. Something's happening there now. There's that gorgeous railjet Jules was asking about. But by the time I'm done paying for my, my IC4, when I buy the 3 parts to it, it's going to run close to $1,000. I'm not paying $1,000 at once because the 3 parts will come out separately. Well, maybe it won't be. It'll be over $900 once shipping gets factored in. But that's okay. I'm getting the 5-car set for about $550, and the suggested manufacturer's price for the 5-car basic part is $850. So I'm saving $300. So I'll take that run to the bank. Well, Andy T741, thank you. Over here in Blighty. Well, I've met Richard Petty too, so that's 2 of us, Randall. Sometimes that last name Dodge gets you into places, even though I am related to the Dodge car company, but distantly. But sometimes you can just say, yeah, I'm related to Dodge, and that gets you in. In fact, when I had a problem with a car I bought a few years ago, I sent a letter saying, hey, this has been a problem. I've had it fixed 3 times. I've had to pay for it 3 times. And I made sure they saw Anthony Dodge. I got a call from the vice president of Chrysler. The executive vice president of Chrysler. You're not related to the car family. Yes, I am. I thought they were all dead. Nope, some of us are still around. I'm just not a direct descendant. Oh, but you are from the Dodge car family. I'm not a direct descendant. They were cousins. And it was just a minor problem. But I didn't like it keep going out. And I loved the car. The car was awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Mystic, I love my trains. But you can have 20 awesome trains or 10 awesome trains. The price of my trains, because they're German, I'm not buying Hornby, apologies, but, an expensive Hornby locomotive might be $300. An expensive Märklin locomotive is $800. So, yes, my trains are more expensive, and I've only been in the hobby 5 years, and I've already spent way too much money on them. But I save up. I'm not rich. It's not like I go and drop $1,000 on a train. I save up. I have a train account. I put my money aside and say, this is my train money. At the beginning of the year, just like a lot of you guys do, I look at the new models and I say, okay, I think I'm going to want this one. And I've had 3 impulse buys in the last 4 years. 3 impulse buys. All 3 of them were this year, so that's a bad trend. Okay, I lie. 4 impulse buys, and they were all 2020. All 4 of my impulse buys were this year. That's a bad trend. I'm sure if Joyce heard me saying this, she would be ready to smack me upside the head, but she's already aware of it. My Beatles train was an impulse buy. I did not look at the beginning of the year and say, I'm going to buy a Beatles train. I happened to see it on Hornby and said, ooh, I want that. And Joyce is like, it's 00, it's DC, it's not 3-rail. But it's Beatles! It's Beatles! Hey, Damien, how are you? It's Beatles! And Joyce just shakes her head and walks away. You're going to get it, aren't you? Yeah, all right. And then I got talked into buying the green train. Now, I actually had looked at buying an Alex earlier, and Joyce talked me out of it. But you guys peer pressured me in, and I finally bought a green train. Actually, you guys didn't peer pressure me. I talked myself into, I need a green train. I got blue and yellow and red and white. I needed a green train just to break up the color. So I talked myself into an Alex. But I got a really good deal on it. But that was, and I justified it. The money I was going to spend in Germany became train money. The stuff I was going to do in Germany became my extra train money. But these 2 steam locomotives, 3 and 4, those were pure impulse buys. Those were, I got peer pressured, so I blame all you guys. You guys should all chip in and help contribute to my train stock money, because I spent what all reserves I had and more to buy these 2 steam trains, because you guys kept browbeating me saying I needed steam trains. So you all owe me money. Hi, Lee, how are you? So I don't know if this is now Daleki, Doctor Who, and all that, but you all owe me money. You peer pressured me all summer that I needed steamers, and then I went out and bought steamers. I had no intention of buying steamers, but you all browbeat me. You harassed me on my live streams that I needed steamers. So now I have steamers. You owe me money. I was happy running my ICEs and ICs and railjets, but no, Anthony, you need steamers. And so now this guy is running on my layout and the other one's sitting up there. This is your fault. I need a super chat. Oh, God. Your check's in the mail. No, knowing how tough it's been for everybody, the last thing I would do is ask for a dime from anybody. I've been handing out dimes and dollars and stuff. But yeah, I still was able to buy my trains. They were my Christmas gifts, a little bit more expensive than normal, but I've got them, and I just look at that train going by, and I'm like... This is me whenever that steam train rolls past right now. That's me. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, and it's your fault. All of you. Yeah, the Class 66, I can hold off against diesel. The problem is I spend all my time on all you UK sites mostly watching you guys running all your Black 5s and A4s and Pacifics. And then, yes, I see the Americans with the big boys in that. But I love the cars. I mean, it's not even so much the steam locomotive, which I love the engineering on steam locomotives. It's the beautiful classic cars, those beautiful passenger wagons, how beautiful they are. And I was like, yeah, those would look cool on my layout. Called it a history line. And of course, in 2019, when Joyce and I were last in Germany, we got to see a couple of historical trains running that had very classic cars similar to these. So, yeah, it was. I'm going to blame you. I'm not even going to blame Heath. Does Heath run diesel or steams as well? I'm not even blaming Heath. I'm blaming the rest of you. You're all guilty. You're all complicit in that. Pete. No, you weren't around here at the time. There is one thing I do want to do that is, quote, money related. Some of you know I have my little logo that I just cobbled together with some clip art I created. My little logo here. This is my logo. It's not exactly how I want it to look, but it's the idea. That's my logo. I want to make that logo cooler, and then I want to stick it on a t-shirt and wear it. So I can look cool like everybody else's website. You know, Sam's got all his. Heath's got his. The channel I no longer subscribe to's got his as seen on YouTube. A lot of guys, even Ray, who is still here, he's got his really cool logo. I don't know if he stuck it on a shirt yet. But if he did, it would be cool. And my daughter is a designer. And I keep trying to guilt her into it. And I tell her, I'm a customer, I'll pay. She was here last week talking about getting back to work. And I'm like, I got a job for you. But that isn't quite in her repertoire with the processing and computer stuff she does now. It's different. So she says she could do it if she found the right software and stuff, but I tell her what I want and how to see it, but she doesn't right now. She doesn't, since she shut down her main business and only does her in-home side. She doesn't have access to the those really expensive design programs where she could really do it up for me. But I want to do that and then put it on t-shirts. And then if somebody said, that's a cool t-shirt, I'd like to buy it, then I'd move it over to Teespring. Yeah, there you go, Ray, you got the T. So yeah, I was thinking that maybe I just throw it on Teespring, and that way I'm not guilting anybody into it, but if anybody thought my logo was really cool and wanted a model train. To be honest, I think if you bought a t-shirt of mine, it would be a statement, a cry for help. Whether it's my cry for help or your cry for help, I don't know. It's like, I bought this t-shirt from a guy who desperately wanted attention, or I bought this guy's t-shirt. So it's just, yeah, I got in my head what I want to do. I just don't have my own design tech. Although, I mean, again, I could maybe subscribe for a month or two to Photoshop or something like that. Because with Photoshop, I could do it. But I miss the days where you spent $100 and you had it all. Now it's, $20 a month and we'll give you our basic service, which won't let you do half of what you want to do. And for $40 a month, you can have our deluxe suite. And for $100 a month, you can have full access to everything. And I'm just not into that. And then, yeah, I thought maybe I could put it on. Oh, I could dream big. Now, as I talked about this to Joyce, I'm like, well, maybe some people would buy it and we could make some money on it. And Joyce looks at me, who on earth would buy one of your t-shirts? I was like, way to crush a man's dreams, dear. Joyce is the realist. And I looked at her and said, a couple would buy it. She says, yeah, but don't you have to buy a bunch before you can sell a bunch? And I thought Teesprings is sort of like, no, you just tell them how much profit you want to make and then they jack up the price. At least that's what I think I was understanding. Well, I got up to 29. Now we're down to 25, 24. No, nobody has to say you'd buy it. I am not shopping for anything, but if it happens, it'll happen. But yeah, I'm not going to put... I'm certainly not going to put a super chat on. I don't even know... Do you have to have a number of subscribers to do a super chat? Isn't that another, you got to have 1,000 or something like that? I don't know. I'm not doing this to make money. And guys like Sparky, I know they're not doing it to make money. Everything they do goes right back into what they do on the channel, the giveaways and everything. That's awesome. My problem is I would embezzle the money. I'd embezzle it. Oh, $600 through Super Chat. I'm going to buy this locomotive and give it away. And then I buy the locomotive and go, this is too cool. I'm not going to give it away. I'm a dangerous man with money in my hand. A dangerous man. You make what is sold, okay. And yeah, you gotta, so see, I'm so far, I am so far from that. I am so far removed from, let me see. I want to show if Mystic is still here. I want to see if I can get this where I want it, and where was it? What folder was it in? What folder was it in? Oh, I closed it too. Darn it! Because I'm an idiot. I don't think I could add it. Let me see. Can I do it this way? Yeah, I can do it this way. Sorry guys, I'm talking to myself. Well, again, it's choice. It's truly, truly choice, Tim JD. So I have no problem with people putting money out and saying, hey, donate it, whatever. I mean, Sam takes all that money and he buys the locomotives that he runs on his layout, all 400, whatever, how many locomotives he has. And I don't have a problem, because it's not like they're forcing me to pay. I can choose to pay or not pay. And if guys who have some, paid membership to their channels, nothing wrong with that either. Because, and if you're going to offer them content you don't offer to everybody else, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with whatever people do on their channel except for one thing. I love it when channels remember the original subscribers, the people that were there when they were small. Isn't that silly? There's a couple of channels I had subscribed to, and I was like one of their first 100, and now they have like 2,000. And I don't even get a, hey, Anthony, how are you, when I comment on their videos anymore. Because I'm not big enough. I'm not important enough in their life anymore. But I was like, hey, dude, I was there and telling you how awesome you were from the beginning. That's a pathetic attitude, isn't it? Or is it justified? I don't know. It's just... my screen is going to go black. Don't panic. Don't panic. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. It didn't go black. Yeah, Mystic, if you're here, that's my baby. Or not my baby anymore. I don't know if I ever showed that to you. That was my baby since we were talking cars. And Dodge and Petty. I owned that till, 7 years ago. I had to sell it. Either one, the kids had to go or the car had to go. That's my 1973 Dodge Charger with the Magnum engine. I won the 1999 Chicago Mopar Raleigh Best of Show with it. And there is an actual toy car modeled on it. Let's see, do I have it up here? Where is it? Yep, here it is. That is my car. Well, was my car. It's not my car anymore. It belongs to a guy in Chicago now. But let's see. Let's go here. That toy car and that car in the picture, that's my car. Well, was my car. The car in that picture is the same one, the exact same car. Not, oh, it's the same model. No, the car in this picture was my car. Johnny Lightning made a toy of my car. I got nothing for it. Okay, I got a quick pay. Like $1,500 or something like that. Got a quick pay. But that toy is my car. How cool is that? Well, hello, Hans Kragnar. Let's get to the trains. Get back to the trains. Here we go. We'll give you the all view. Magnum ice cream car. I see what you did there, Chris. So yeah, that was my bad boy. Loved that car. Unfortunately, I had it for years. And I finally, I turned it into a daily driver. As long as the weather was good, I drove it summer, winter. I stopped putting the money in it to keep it as a show car. But it was all original. It was all original. Everything in the engine was original, except for the Edelbrock bits I put on it, the headers and stuff. Just to make the engine all shiny and chrome for shows. But I actually still have, because I sold it with the Edelbrock stuff on it, but I actually have the original headers, oil pans, and manifolds in my garage after all these years. But yeah, I had to sell it. You've never driven. Well, that doesn't go in America. In America, you gotta have a car and you gotta drive. But after the 2008 financial collapse in the United States, which finally filtered down to us, Joyce and I both had to take massive pay cuts. Our insurance bills went through the roof. I had one kid and two kids in college. We were close to losing the house, and it was either we sell my Charger and use the money to pay off the creditors or we lose the house. And so the Charger went bye-bye. Just drive people at the wall. But I owned it for years, and yeah, I'm proud of it. I still drive a Dodge Charger, but my current Charger is a 2014 Dodge Charger. And I have to admit, Joyce picked it out. I was looking at a different Charger, and Joyce picked the one we own out. And the story of Joyce picking that car out is one of the most awesome stories. She's a man's kind of woman, that Joyce. Anyhow, we had a Hans here from Norway, which is awesome, and I didn't knight him yet. Hans Magnor. I said Kragnor. My eyes squinted and put that. I now declare you a knight of the Rhomboid table. Are you a Merklin man, Hans? How are you? HK from Norway. So I didn't get to talk to this guy. He may have come in and left already. Are you a Merklin man, Hans? You just get to see my non-existent layout. But that goes back to what we were talking about with the nice trains. I got nice trains. I just need a nice layout to run them on. But I've got a big layout to run them on. And that's what kind of, floats my boat right now. Ah, look at that. Railjet, ICE, the Rheingold, a Czech Railjet. That's a happy, happy little combination there. It's not realistic, but it's awesome to see. And that's what I'm about. All right, take care, John, Mystic Southern Railway. Thanks for popping in. Tim Island Scenics is here. How are you, Tim Wells? See, one of these days I want to see if I could break 40 on a live stream, but I don't know why I would. I got to 39 once. I'd like to. No, I lie. I think one of my streams did go to 43, like one of the early ones, because a lot of people came in just to see what it was like, and they never came back. So maybe 45 is a goal, but no, breaking 40 would be amazing. I got to 39 once since that one time I went over 40, which was like my third live stream. I think my third live stream, second or third live stream, I think I broke 40. And then I'm lucky if I break 30. But, so I've got 3 different trains of thought going, so let me get it back down to the one. Let's go back to this view. Now I lost all those trains of thought. Boom. Yeah. So, yeah, I love my trains. I think I've got some really gorgeous trains, as nice as anybody running trains on the internet. Because I don't weather them. I keep them bright and clean. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I don't weather them, but there they are. But yeah, I really take a lot of time and pick out which trains I'm going to buy, and then I try to save for them. I might have more money this year too. I really want to go to Germany, but Joyce, normally right now I would be finishing our plans for our trip to Germany. I haven't even started, and Joyce is like, don't bother starting, because there's no way right now we could travel to Germany. I mean, we're not talking financial, because we always have that money set aside. It's just everybody's on lockdown. And I really, really, really need to get to Germany this year. I got train shops I want to see, places I want to see, stuff I want to pick up. But yeah, that's the other one thing that came up. We were talking about size of channels, and not getting a big channel, not wanting a big channel. I don't know. Define big. When I had 50 subscribers, I thought 100 would be big for me. And of course I knew. When I started watching Sam's Trains, he had 63,000 subscribers. He is very close to 100,000 now. Everard Junction is closing in on 90,000 subscribers now, or something like that. I mean, now obviously that's huge, but I don't think of my channel as big. But I have 740 subscribers. I just looked. So I have 740 subscribers. That's huge compared to a lot of the guys who hang out on my channel. But last year at this time, I didn't even have 300 subscribers. I was just about to go through the explosion I went through beginning in February. I think it was February that the explosion began. I had about 250 to 270 subscribers at this time last year. Maybe not even that many. Well, about 250, 270. Yeah, I like Sam. I'm jealous of the money he obviously has to buy all those locomotives, but no, he's all right. I like Will at IC82, which I've never made any bones about. Love Will, think he's awesome. If you're on my subscriber list, then I really like you. Now, granted, there's a couple of people I have recently unsubscribed to because I did like them until they decide to be real jerks about stuff. I don't know. Is it a leopard reveals their spots, or what is it? I don't know. But that's how I am. If all 700 of my subscribers showed up, now granted, a large number of my subscribers are family, friends. Does this sound wrong if I said, friends I had before the model train world? And a lot of former students of mine that they just subscribe to their old teacher's channel. They don't hang out. So I don't know what percentage that is of my membership, my subscriptions, but it's got to be a large number. But you guys, I wasn't joking around last week. I was being silly last week, but I went through my whole subscription list and was trying to get you all subscribe to each other. If I subscribe to these people, they must be awesome. But that's just the thing. I took people that I have subscribed to their channels, and I think they have awesome channels, and they have like 50 subscribers or 97 subscribers, and I'm like, why does this guy only have 114 subscribers? He's got an awesome layout, a lot of cool trains, his videos are cool, and he's been around for 3 years, and he's got 114 subscribers. I mean, does he have bad breath that comes out over his videos? I don't know. So I mentioned a couple of those guys last week, and then I'm like, well, this guy only has 60 subscribers, and he's sitting here in my room. I can't not mention him. And then there's this guy over here that had so many subscribers. Well, I can't not mention them. And then, of course, I just started mentioning everybody last week. Odds are, Pete, that they did a sweep. That YouTube did a sweep. They do sweeps in different part of the world at different times. And it may be that a few people, like even from last week or the week before, subscribed, and they've noticed these people have not commented or done anything on your channel, or they're dead accounts. Maybe it's people who subscribed to you back in the beginning and haven't posted anything ever again, and they clear them out. I will go down anywhere from 3 to 5 and all of a sudden shoot up 7. So that's true, Tim. But, your channel started off, it was small, but a group of us noticed you. And, until last Friday, I've never advertised anybody's channel. I've never said, oh, subscribe. I will say subscribe to everybody here. And I don't know if there was one person who gave you a shout out and that's really where you exploded. But it was like a lot of us filtered into your channel, loved what you were doing, and you went to other people's channels and everybody came and checked you out and said, wow, this guy is cool, and everybody stayed. Now, yeah, sometimes somebody giving you a shout out blows you up big time. I've had exactly 2 shout outs. I've had 2 shout outs on major channels. Tristan Double O'Neill gave me a shout out, and within 3 days I had a 20 to 30 subscriber boost, and then over a week I probably had an overall gain of about 35. So I consider that 3-day boost purely on what Tristan did. He gave me a shout out and 30 people joined. Now, how many of those 30 people joined and left and were replaced by other people who just joined, I don't know. Now, another channel that I no longer subscribe to, who shall be named nameless, gave me a shout out. And I had about a 9-person boost within 3 days after his shout out. And actually, his channel was bigger than Tristan's. I had a 9-person boost, which went down completely within a week. I had a 9-person boost and a 9-person drop. And those are the only 2 shout-outs I've ever had on a channel. Oh, it's because I shouted you out, Jeff. I gave you a shout out and my millions of supporters came running to your channel. That's why you grew. I don't know if you came in last week, Jeff, but you got a shout out. Everybody here can attest to that. I gave you a shout out last week. I'm not lying, Jeff. I shouted out your channel last week. Mind you, I shouted out everybody's channel last week. I spent 15 minutes and read all 200 of my train subscriptions and gave them all shout outs. Well, not all 200. I didn't give Everard Junction a shout out. I hope he's not mad at me that I didn't give him a shout out. I don't want Everard Junction upset with me because Did I miss you, Ray? I thought I got you in there. I must have got distracted and then skipped over you. Hey, everybody, check out Ray Boble's channel. I seriously doubt I had the influence to get you 20. If you jumped up 2 on Saturday, that might have been it. I thought I gave everybody Ray saying I missed him. But my channel's been going for just over 2 years, 2 years and 3 months now, 2 years and 4 months. Since the end of October 2018 is when I started my channel. When I started posting videos, put it that way, when I started posting videos. And then I didn't even start my shows, and I'm not talking live streams. Very few people truly have gone back and watched my shows. But I have like 40 shows called the Model Train Outsider Series, and then 25, the American Outsiders Series, whatever I'm up to on that one. So between the two, 60-some shows that were not live streams. And then I also had some running sessions in that. But seriously, the number one thing that gets you subscribers is when you post a video on YouTube, the tags you put in. And I'm not saying make up tags, but you know, when I post one of my American shows, I type American. People Google Maryland all the time. I'm going to come up on a list, and they're going to come see my channel. When I'm talking or showing off my Central Station 3, that's going to be in my tags because people are looking for the Central Station 3. And yeah. Now, there are people who play dirty, like they'll tag Everard Junction in their video and get people looking for Everard Junction to come to their video wondering why, but they'll do that. When I did the parody song about Everard Junction, I didn't tag Everard Junction because I did not want people coming to my channel. I asked for Everard Junction's permission, and I never got it, but I did it anyhow. She's going to get to do her contest now. That's cool. So, yeah, the whole... I never do it enough. Where is it? Bam. We're just going to sit here and wait for it. Station view, coming through the station. The railjet rolling through Delmenhorst Station. See, I always say that anglicized too. I say Delmenhorst. The official German name is Delmenhorst. Delmenhorst. I say Delmenhorst. It's Delmenhorst. When I'm in Germany, I say Delmenhorst. But here in America, I say Delmenhorst. In Germany, it's Delmenhorst. Oh, isn't that a cool view? That old steamer. Oh, I never put steam in him. Huh. I might have to rectify that. I need to untangle this cord. Come on. Come on. Come on around. Come on. Over here. Right here. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. All right. Stop. 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 There you go. Stop. I can't help it. I get this needle out and I feel like a drug addict. Ah, too much, too much, too much, too much. Oh, right in front of me, dummy. Well, he blew out one puff of steam and then he stopped. That'll get going eventually. Oops. If not, I'll come around and redo it. Well, hello, Richard from New Junction. How are you, sir? All excited about the new Hornby range? Hey, Richard of New Junction, I got a question for you. And no, it's not about when are you going to get back to work on your layout, start posting videos on your channel. Us loyal subscribers want to know. No, that's not the question I was going to ask. That's just one I would have asked, but I'm not going to ask that question because I think that would be rude and impertinent to wonder when you're going to start posting videos on your channel again, especially about the New Junction. But that's not the question I wanted to ask you. The question I wanted to ask you is, if it's possible. I understand that your channel and Hornby Magazine have nothing to do with actual Hornby trains. And I'm sure you've answered this question for other people a million times. It does not, that steamer does not like that incline. So how do you use Hornby and what to me looks like the same Hornby symbol and font? Hey, Inked, how are you? Yes, I saw your first video. That was awesome. I watched all your videos of you building it, but Tim, you have a skill there, sir. You have a skill. Your custom building with the matchsticks and all that is absolutely amazing. All right, you're aggravating me. Why are you not huffing and puffing? I got to sort this out. I can't figure out why this guy is not. Oh, he blew a puff of steam there and then stopped. So I'm going to see if maybe. We just kind of start fresh here. Just finished work. Well, glad to hear you're finishing off work. Now I'm going to crank him up to full speed so he gets up the ramp. So I don't want to hear anybody yelling at me about his rabbit start here. That's not realistic. Steamers don't take off like that. They do on my layout because they got to compete with a Railjet and ICE. Well, whatever you do, hey, Tim, Leonardo da Vinci just looked at people and painted pictures. Picasso fell down, bumped his head, and looked at things and then painted what he saw. So it doesn't matter if you saw it in a picture or whatever. The way you build it's art. You do amazing stuff. Oh, did New Juncture come in and leave? He's not going to answer my question now. Darn. I want to know, does anybody out there know, how is Hornby Magazine not connected to Hornby? I know they're not connected, but how are they not connected while they use the name Hornby? Because I can only relate this one way. There is a type of cake that's from Austria. Specifically from Austria. It's called the Zuckertorte. It was invented by a chef to the Archbishop of Vienna or whatever, Salzburg, whatever it was, named Ferdinand Zacher. And he had his own private recipe. And then he had 2 sons. And he shared the recipe with the older son and let the older son inherit the business. The younger son quit and formed his own and made what he also called the Zuckertorte. So in Austria, it's still not steaming. What the hell? That could be Steve Childers. Maybe that's the answer. The publishing wing was separate. Okay, that's a fair enough answer. But anyhow, the Zuckertorte guys, one guy did, they each put out a cake called Zuckertorte, but only the one can be called original Zuckertorte. So there are two Zuckertortes, but only one. The two brothers kind of had a split. No, not the Zuckerburger, the Zuckertorte. Maybe I'm not putting enough in there. I'm going to have to figure out why it's not working. It's bothering me. But, oh well. Wrong type of coal. Get up that hill. Yeah, this steamer does not like the incline. It's only a 2% rise. I think it's a 2% rise. Or was it a 4% rise? Maybe it's the 4%. I'd have to go back and look at my old Woodland Scenics box to see whether it was the 2% or the 4%. Maybe I went 4% because... No, I thought it was 2%. Yeah, it was a 2% rise. Yes, but the Zucker Hotel is owned by the was owned by the Zucker family, and that's where the cake is. Except they now have they have a office in Munich. No, not Munich. In where is it? They've got a couple. Innsbruck, Austria. There's one in Innsbruck. There's one in, oh crap, right across the border. Salzburg, and then the original in Vienna. Yeah, I don't know if I'm not putting enough oil in there because they specifically tell you to only fill it up about halfway. So maybe I didn't put enough in. Yeah, when I first turned it on, it blew a puff of smoke and then stopped. So I don't know. Oh, hello, David Cuttismore. Nice to have you here. But yeah, I got to get this guy going. But man, those are beautiful cars on that. I keep sitting here and telling myself I'm not into steam locomotives, although I love the engineering. I was brought up, one of the few things I think my father did well, my father taught me to respect people with skills. Whether their skills were better than mine or not as good as mine, if somebody can do something, you acknowledge it, you appreciate it. And I just take that to everything. You know, if I'm into trains, why would I criticize somebody into trains? But so I look at a steam locomotive and I appreciate the engineering, but I'm more drawn to these rocket ship locomotives. That's what I was drawn into when I got into trains. That was my thing. But yeah, I can't help admiring those classy cars on this Rheingold. Yeah, by the way, guys, that picture I showed you earlier of my shelving where I built, that display shelf where I built the staggered, that was actually a suggestion by Cottismore. I was debating what I was going to do, but I hadn't gotten that far, and Dave posted on my Facebook page and said, stagger them, you know, build them up like steps. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. So that's what I did. Oh, we're having a race. The Railjet versus the Rheingold. Alright, let's go to the all scenes, because I'm trying to do something here real quick. That's not what I was trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. And then, do it again, bow, bow, bow. That is not the one I clicked on. Dummy. Yeah, the moments of stupidity just continue to fly. Dude. Yeah, but AC is even less wiring. It's still 2 wires, but a lot less of it. You just got to put up with a third rail. Alright guys, if the screen goes black temporarily, don't panic. It's kind of intentional. I was trying to change something and I did, so don't panic. Don't panic just yet. Don't panic just yet. Don't panic just yet. Okay, now panic. No, don't panic just yet. Don't panic just yet. Don't panic just yet. Well, razzin' frazzin', I can't get it to come up now. Oh well. Whoops, wrong buttons. Oh well, I was trying to pull something up and it won't pull up. Hi Nancy Mueller, how you guys doing? How are you and Herb? Yeah, Charlie at Chadwick's another one who just does brilliant, brilliant stuff. But as you know, here at my channel, I like to help out all the little people. So I want to get a shout out. Everybody should go over and subscribe to Cottesmore channel. He needs the subscribers. He's got a nice little layout that he's working on. Actually, when I joined David Jones's channel 2.5, 3 years ago, I think now, at least 2 years, over 2 years ago. You still had, was that in a kitchen or a dining room? Oh, he's leaving already. But yeah, you had a little, like 1.5 wide, 6-foot exhibition layout, and I think it was in a dining room or a kitchen. And then he built a shed, and then he had this amazing start to a layout, then decided to take it out and do an exhibition, and then he took that one out, and now he's doing something else. It breaks my heart when somebody's taking stuff down. The old office, okay. Thanks for all the help you've given me. Chris, I've given you all kinds of help. I've shouted you out and said what a wonderful guy. I even wrote a song dedicated to you. You and Everard Junction are the only two model train sites that I've actually written a song about. You are in rarefied air company. It doesn't use the Hornby logo. Ah, see, I'm too ignorant to... They looked pretty close to me. Thank you for that, Jeff. I appreciate that. Thanks for all the help I've given. Thanks, Anthony, for all the help you've given me. Yawn. Chris. I hope when I come to Scotland, you try to be a true Scotsman, a true Highlander, and wear a kilt, because I'm going to pull some mean stuff if I ever see you in a kilt after that comment. I never help you. Ha! Oh, you were thanking me. I'm sorry, I interpreted the yawn as a smack, because most people don't yawn and type it. They just yawn. Wait, isn't that Monty Python, the Holy Grail? Here in the cave of Kyder Banog and the Holy... Ah! Ah? What does it say ah for? Well, he must have died while carving it. He wouldn't have carved ah! He would have just said it and died. Well, that's what it says. Oh, I know, Ed Sutherland. I know. I had a double entendre there all the way. I've got true Scottish friends on both sides of the Atlantic. Both in Scotland, here in America, and then there's Chris, who is not a Scotsman, but lives in Scotland, which makes him a Scotsman. Although Shirley is clearly Scottish. Ah, Chris, you wee bit of a brained man. Actually, Chris, I'm kind of relieved to hear you type or see you type that, because yeah, Oh, I dropped the coin. I'll have to bend over and pick it up. No! Oh no, his real name is Chris. I've got his real name and his address. I even know what most of you don't know. I know his last name and his middle initial. Because some of you don't know, his last name is not Hales. Hales Heritage Railway is a railway. He's just Chris, who celebrates Hales Heritage Railway. But I know his last name. Maybe he'll share it with you to stop me having that power over him. Because I know his full name. I know his true name. Thus, with a word, I can summon his name and control him just like that. Surely. He's not in a cell block, Tim. They call it a ward. He's in Ward D. Serious cases. He's in Ward D. Serious cases. Yeah, I learned early on. He was Timber Surf, and I called him Tim for short. And he's like, my name's not Tim. Well, I don't know what your name is. I just shortened Timber down to Tim. There's John A. Dawson. I gotta find out what that A stands for, though. There's John Warner from Piccadilly, but he doesn't talk to me anymore, so. Well, I don't know if it's funny, but they definitely make the arm sleeves too long inked, or maybe just long enough. Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. You know, sadly that show is not familiar to me, but that sounds like it needs a 2020 upgrade or maybe a 1990s upgrade. You know, sort of like Hardy Boys, Boy Detectives. We got, what is that? Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Now, was that an American or a UK show? I'll Google it. I can go to Google. Anybody can go to Google. Google it, Google it. Matt Clark. Railroad. There it is, Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Let me see what I can learn about this real fast. Ah, it was an old Western. Okay, it was an old American Western. I apologize, I'd never heard of that, Randall. Stories of the Century featuring Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Now it needs a 2020s upgrade now. Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Matt, get in here. Yeah, Chief, what do you need? We've had a series of kidnappings and robberies on the trains. We need you to look into it. I'm on it, Chief. And of course, he's got to flirt with the secretary as he's walking out the door. Matt, wherever are you going? We've got a series of crimes on the Amtrak Express, and I've got to solve them. Well, you be careful, honey, darling, and you come back to me real soon. I will, baby, I will. And don't you even look at another woman. Oh, honey, you know, money, honey, that there's no other woman than you for me. All right, Matt. Dun, 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 dun. Matt Clark, Railroad Detective, will be back after these commercials. Hi, Gareth. And bye, Damien. Yeah, they did. They used to be called bowls. In the United States, railroad detectives were called bowls. My name's Matt Clark, railroad detective. I need to speak to you for a minute. All right, just a minute. Is there a problem, officer? I'm not an officer. I'm Matt Clark, railroad detective. And I understand there's been a lot of thefts and kidnappings here on this train. I don't know anything about that. What's all that banging back there? It's nothing. We're on a train. Everything bangs on a train. I think you might have somebody kidnapped back there. Why would you think that? You just got in here. I don't know. Maybe it's all the rope, the money laying around, and the sound of somebody banging in your closet over there. All right, you got me fair and square, Matt. Matt Clark, railroad detective. He needs a sidekick. We got to get him a sidekick. My first instinct is Bucky, but that was Captain America's sidekick. We can't go with that. And it's got to be sort of train related. Smokey! Smokey, that's his partner, Smokey. His little kid partner. Hey, Matt, did you catch the bad guys? Yes, I did, Smokey. With a lot of help, thanks to you. Oh, gosh, it was nothing, Matt. You're a good kid, Smokey. Now, just don't tell your uncle about those pictures we took. Oh, heavens, no, Matt. I'd never say anything about those. Randall, all those shows, because I grew up with my father watching, they would take the old serials from the movies in the 30s, 40s, and 50s and string them together as TV shows, and they'd be on Sunday morning TV, and we'd watch them. So there was like Commander Cody and all these serials, 1950s, where they'd put 5 minutes on before the movie. Each week there'd be 10 minutes of it before the main movie or whatever, but they'd string them together. The good guys were getting knocked out all the time. Every episode, they'd get knocked out. Chadwick, I don't know. I'm usually pretty decent at trying to do certain people's voices, but I have to listen to them nonstop and just keep mimicking them for a while and then get the right timbre, pitch, accent, and then I can usually do it. But I've always preferred just making up my own voices. I should have been a voice actor, I think. My kids loved it when I read stories to my kids when they were little and gave everybody voices. But the problem is I wouldn't remember which character I gave which voice to. And so I'd be like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and my kids would go, Dad, that's Doc's voice. I'm reading Grumpy. Dad, that's not Grumpy's voice, that's Doc's voice. Oh, crap. Which one? How did I do Doc's voice? Because I would do a voice for all 7 of the dwarves, And I was like, damn, kids, just appreciate I was doing different voices. But I also like imposing the voices, One of my favorite things, speaking of voice actors, it's a channel I'm actually subscribed to. It's called Twisted Tunes, where they take famous cartoon voice actors, famous, mostly American, some are UK, but famous voice actors, and then they take scenes from serious movies, but they have them do the movies with the cartoon voices they're famous for. Now, when I was 18 years old in high school, my friends and I got kicked out of an adult movie theater because we were doing the script to the adult movie we were watching with all the Warner Brothers. Elmer Fudd was the male S&M sadist. You've been a very, very bad girl. I'm going to, Oh, somebody's here. I didn't hear you come downstairs. Oh, we're being joined. Where is it? There it is. Let's go to the Acer view, although it's been acting up. We've been joined. You just missed. I started my radio drama, Matt Clark, Radio Detective, because there was an actual show called that. I didn't know it. I thought I knew most of the old 50s shows like that, serials, but I never heard of that, so I was just doing it.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, bye, Jeff. Sorry I missed you leaving.
They're getting your pills ready.
Robin Williams was very good. I don't know if he was the best impressionist, but he did a lot of great stuff.
He was extremely funny.
But you don't want to, the thing is, I also like to do some stereotype voices, but, and the thing is, like, I do certain voices that my friends know is a stereotype of a certain type of person. I love to do super strong superheroes, but with the effeminate man voice. Stop or I'll shoot! It doesn't have to be sexuality, it's just an effeminate voice. I'm sorry, you need this over here so you can talk to people.
Chris.
Well, what's Chris doing now?
You're pressing on.
Oh, what am I pressing on? I'm pressing on something. What did I just screw up? Oh. Well, that doesn't matter as long as you don't hit enter.
I know, but you never know. So anyway, Voice of an Angel, you lay it on. I am fine for those of you who asked. Just tired.
The mic's behind me now. We'll see how my voice projects. It projects all around very well.
It absolutely does. Cowboy.
Of course, then there's I love to do Japanese movies. You killed my brother. How dare you do? I should break you in two.
Yeah, Chris is creeping again. P. Clark, Chris is creeping again. Anthony does a good job with his voices. I think they need some fresh hydrogen peroxide.
Oh my God! Lord! Godzilla! Hello! Alan! From Judging Junction! Yeah. Matt Clark, where will be that? Yeah, Chris has a crush on me. It's embarrassing. But I'm quite happy. I can quite handle male crushes and female crushes. I have to beat people off me all the time.
He's a high school teacher. He's a good high school teacher. He keeps everything zipped up.
I am not a good high school teacher.
Yes.
I might have been once, but I get more parent complaints. He said this to my student. I wasn't lying. He called my child an egg-headed knuckle-wump. He is. Yeah, by the way, you'll notice that ever since weather changed too. Ever since you complimented Alan on his legs, his videos are all shot chest up. Ever since you told Alan he had nice legs, all his videos. See? He thought I was kidding about it.
No, no.
But now all his videos are chest up. He doesn't put those legs on TV anymore. His wife probably heard me say that one
Probably.
time. And it's
He's,
like, you keep that camera up higher, young man.
He's probably not wearing shorts either, so.
Okay, that was a picture we didn't need to go to. There's that real jet. There's that ICE.
Oh, it's okay.
Don't sneeze now, you idiot
We're
dragon.
friends, I think. For a while, at least.
The only friends I have are my imaginary ones.
I got a few ones. What? Just 23 likes? Come on, y'all.
Hey, there's only 20. In fact, we just lost one.
Yeah, you're 21.
Yeah, I'm down to 21 now.
Yeah,
I got up to 29. We didn't break 30 today. I got up to
all the
29.
people that come in.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure it's some leave, some go, but yeah.
Yeah, homeschooling's hard, but at least you can whack your own kids.
Ahem. You are a mother and a teacher, and you just, on camera, mentioned physical abuse of a child.
Advocated
child violence.
Yeah. I do believe both could qualify me to say that.
I will admit, I was a horrible parent. My children got spanked a couple of times.
Yeah. Much more than a whack on the butt, but got their attention.
I imagine you're my friend. Chris, I'm still not convinced you are not a figment of my imagination. Oh my God, Dragnet theme. Oh, too cool.
That is cool.
No, that's not Dragnet.
Oh, that isn't. Oh, that was Mission Impossible.
That was Mission Impossible.
Sorry, my bad.
And the problem is, you went Mission Impossible. I was going Hawaii Five-0. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Hey, don't forget Smokey, his ever-loving partner.
Strange view.
Oh, when I was in school, we had a principal who had paddles, and he had a collection of them. Part of waiting to paddle you was he looked at his wall where he had all his paddles, trying to decide which one to use, and then we banned it.
Yeah. You can't even look at a kid wrong nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays you can't look cross-eyed at a kid or you get in trouble. But we don't want to get into that.
No.
We can bring up our own childhood abuse, but we're not going to get into issues today.
No.
Because remember, as soft as you think kids have it today, the generation before us thought we had it soft.
True.
I love watching 1930s old educational videos and listening to the people, the kids today, and it's like 1930. Those kids today got it so easy. I'm like, 1930s, the Depressions, yeah, they got it easy. They don't have to worry about food, jobs, or anything, because there aren't any. There isn't any food. There aren't any jobs.
And they walked uphill both directions in the snow.
Randall, I probably will. I probably will pop on. I just saw that some of them are on YouTube. So I will definitely. Oh, I know the show Laramie.
Yeah.
I remember Laramie.
I couldn't tell you a thing about it, but I definitely remember who was shooting.
Yeah, I grew up on Gunsmoke.
What was the one that...
Hey, Matt. Yes, Festus, what do you want? Well, Matt, you've been flirting around with Miss Kitty for about 25 years. What are you trying to say, Festus? Well, don't you think it's about time you and her maybe kissed a little or something? Why? I don't want to appear too fast there, Festus. Oh, I'm sorry. Andrew, bye. Andrew T. Goodbye. Yes, it's 10:30 over there in the UK, which meant the sun went down 10 hours ago. So I know High Chaparral. I remember High Chaparral. Hey, all you guys that are asking, do you remember Paladin with Have Gun Will Travel? Hopalong Cassidy.
What was the one they had? I don't think he was truly Chinese, but he was playing a Chinese guy. He was straight and was very serious, and they did all the things, and it was a western.
David Carradine, Kung Fu. That's 70s.
Whatever.
And he was baldhead. He didn't have the Chinese haircut,
I
but
thought he had.
but yeah, Charlie
something.
Chan was the detective that was always played by white actors, where they would tape the eyes and everything
Yeah,
and make
I
him
know.
look Asian.
Look Asian.
Oh, most honorable criminal, you are most humbly arrested. Oh, Randall, I would call you a major sad geek if you actually remember the name of that episode. That would be sad. That'd be just as bad as those Star Trek nerds going, Mr. Shatner, in season 2, episode 63, when you were talking to that lady and you know, and they know all the names of the episodes, and in the back of the scene there were 3 tribbles. In the back of the scene there were 3 tribbles, and then when the camera circled around again there were 4 tribbles. Could you explain what happened there?
We watched The Saint here too.
Oh, loved the Saint.
Yeah.
The black and white Saint before they brought it back in color. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Simon Templar.
I'm up to you.
The younger. Oh yeah. Loved Roger Moore as the Saint. And wasn't there somebody else who played the Saint before Roger Moore? I think there's an even earlier version. Now, I've gotten into a fight with a couple of my friends because we talk about the Avengers and not the Marvel comic books. The original UK show, The Avengers, Patrick Macnee, and originally Honor Blackman, who then played Pussy Galore in Goldfinger. And those are 2 names you should never say in the same sentence, Pussy Galore and Goldfinger. And you should never say them in the opposite order either. But anyhow, I never thought Honor Blackman, I never thought she was that attractive, even in the Avengers. I was a lover of Emma Peel. I thought Diana was so much more attractive than Honor Blackman. Oh man, yeah, Emma Peel. Oh yeah, what? No, I was gonna wear a long sleeve shirt. Diana Rigg, yes,
Yeah.
Dame Diana. Sad she passed away there, but love Diana Rigg as Emma Peel. Of course, I didn't mind who. See, I can't remember the actress or the character that replaced Miss Peel when Mrs. Peel left.
Apparently, you lost interest.
Because she was probably to me, because the only issue with Diana Rigg is her hair was kind of red. And I'm not into redheads. I do make occasional exceptions like Ginger from Gilligan's Island, Tina Louise, but I still was much more a Mary Ann man. I like...
Joanna Lumley. You got the official...
Yeah, that's it. Joanna Lumley.
Somebody didn't know.
Well, wait, wasn't Joanna... That was the new Avengers. Tara... No, not Tara. What was... After Diana Rigg left, was it Joanna Lumley? No, because it was a brunette. I thought Joanna Lumley was New Avengers.
Ask me.
She later went on to Ab Fab. Absolutely fabulous. I thought that was Joanna Lumley. Well, I could be Googling too, or I could have Joyce Google.
I didn't bring my phone.
Yeah, that's not like internet right in front of you. Matt Clark, railroad detective. I'm gonna keep doing that. And me, Smokey. That was not his partner. I gave him a partner.
I know.
Because every hero back then had to have a boy.
They did.
Well, it had to be train related. So it was like Smokey.
Right.
I mean, you couldn't go Diesel.
Is his friend trained?
Matt Clark was a railroad detective. It was a cowboy western railroad detective.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm just having fun with it. And then I did a whole skip before he came down of an episode.
Yeah, okay. Sure you did. Oh yeah, the 90s Batman, the animated series was very good.
Epic, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, now I got another one. Come in. Excuse me, ma'am. My name's Matt Clark, railroad detective. Can I help you, Mr. Clark? Yes, I'm looking for criminals on this train. I can see. You've got a 6-shooter. I'm sorry, ma'am. You also got a gun in your hand, too. Woo!
Standing with a needle in your hand.
Linda Thorson, Tara King, thank you. Thank you, Chris. Once again, somebody came through. How's Wolfie? Wolfie's not happy right now. Drac took Wolfie to the vet for that. Wolfie is extremely not happy right now. His voice also went up 3 octaves.
You've been busy this episode.
No, Wolfie was from one of his streams.
I see.
He was doing Train Simulator, and it was a full moon, so I started making jokes about full moon with the train, and then there was nobody at the stations. He's doing sort of this late night run. There's nobody at the station, so I started putting Dracula was on the train, and then because they were the only ones that had little faces, like you see these faces you can put on.
Right.
See, if you type colon, the symbol, not the body part. If you type colon, well, you got to have it on here first. You type colon, and then type like the word vampire. See, the image will come up. Now you have a vampire, so I can make the vampire talking. So I can go blah. No, he's not going blah. He's going blah, 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 blah. He's going blah. Blah, I'm Dracula. I'm Dracula. Count Dracula. From Wallachia. Everybody says Pennsylvania, says Transylvania, or even Pennsylvania. But I was from Wallachia. Wallachia is north of Transylvania. Transylvania was a little poophole of a place. I was Prince of Wallachia. I was a Hungarian appointed Wallachian prince. And then the bastards killed me! No, I have all the X-Men cartoons because I was more of a Marvel fan than an DC fan. Except for Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's a totally different story. But I love the Marvel movies and the Marvel cartoons. But Batman animated series was awesome. I watched it with my kids back in the day. Adam West is the best Batman. Oh, heavens no.
Yes.
That was the worst show. The only reason I watched that show in the 60s was Batgirl. All right? Do you understand puberty? Well, it wasn't puberty then. But that show was so horrible. I can't watch it today.
No, it's pretty
But
bad.
Batgirl, Yvonne Craig was fun to watch.
Well,
At age 5, I knew I wasn't gay after watching Batman. What's that?
Sparky.
Sparky just got in.
Like, what the hell did I walk into?
Probably not. This is nowhere near as crazy as Sparky's channel can get.
That's true.
Hi, Sparky. How are you? Let's see. So, I mean, if you could come up with a better sidekick name for Matt Clark, Railroad Detective, because I want to bring it forward. I want to bring it into the modern era. You know, it was a 1950s Western serial, but it needs a 2020s update. Needs a 2021 update. Actually, more Julie Newmar, but actually, what was her name? Meredith. No, not Meredith. The one who played Catwoman in the Batman movie back in '68 was my favorite, but Julie Newmar. That woman had hips that would make a belly dancer and a hula girl jealous. Oh yeah, I do that, Sparky.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he was the gray ghost in that episode, right. Kevin Conroy is just a fantastic voice.
He's better.
What?
He's better at a creepy bad guy than he was at a hero.
Yeah, well, he did. Adam West fell on hard times after the Batman series ended and wound up doing a few soft porn movies.
He was stereotyped.
He wasn't one of the performers, but he was an actor in them. Like, he did all the Happy Hooker movies. Yeah.
Now he gets stereotyped.
Stoker? You want the partner to be Stoker. I don't know. No, it's always got to be that sort of...
Well, they stoke the fire.
Yeah. Oh, the job title, I know.
Right.
I'm just thinking, but Stokey, but that sounds like an old cigar. Yeah, Stoker sounds like a badass 80s detective.
It does. So
Stoker!
I think we were going for something a little more poshy.
No, not poshy. It's got to sound diminutive, kitty. It's got to sound kitty because it's the Bucky. You know, it's like Batman and Robin. Right. Batman, the big dark bird of the night. Robin, big bright little birdie. That's why I loved it on Tiny Toons when Robin was called Decoy. Because that's exactly what he was. Hey, Batman? Yes, Robin? Why do you wear the dark black and gray with outfit, and I wear this bright red and green outfit? Don't worry about it, Decoy. It's all right. Hi, Dave P. How are you? We're getting the second shift in, apparently. No, because then he'd be Pokey. See, that's it, guys. The partners always have that childish name. They're the little teen partner. Captain America and Bucky. Not Booker, not Buckman. Bucky. You know, Superman and Superboy. So it's got to be a diminutive name. So I figured, a steamer train, he'd be Smokey. Matt Clark, railroad detective, and Smokey, his junior partner. What's that? Yeah, I Googled him already, dude.
Yeah, it's up on the computer.
Yeah, I've still got him saved here on the screen. Yeah, I've seen that. So, I mean, what are some other railroad industry names, jobs that could be turned into a sidekick name? See, I don't know the railroad world. I mean, there's the ticket man, and in German he's the Beamt or the Amter. And Amti, his German partner. I'm sorry, I gotta give him a German name. Und ich bin Amti, der deutsche Vertreter. Barry Van Dyke. Diesel Dan. No, Diesel Dan would be the hardcore guy that he goes to get his weapons and tools.
It's a Detective Dan, he's Diesel Dan.
No. Diesel Dan would be, his one go-to friend. in. Well, hey there, Matt. You look a little blue. Well, I am a little blue, Diesel Dan. I'm trying to solve these railroad crimes. And for the life of me, I just can't sort it out. Well, maybe I can help you. Hey, Matt! What do you want, Smokey? What do you want, Smokey? Hi, Diesel Dan. Hi there. You know, I get to go and get their... I would have to pick their voices and get them straight. I've done one too many voice now, and now I'm mixing them. God, how many people are still here? Well, we're back up to 26, and it's 5:40. Yeah, next week I'm just going to do an entire episode. Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Could I actually build something with the trains? Could I get some of the figurines? I'd have to get like Western figurines. Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. But we've already got a crime drama going on over at Alan's place at Dragon Junction. He's already got his. Oh, that's not even, we're close to the camera. See, nobody could see that's a figurine.
Yeah.
I'd have to go up to the camera and put them up there.
Yeah.
Stop, thief! Come back with that luggage! Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. Oh God, I need help.
What?
Also featuring Smokey, his trusty sidekick. Oh, it's not in there. It's down in here. Where are they? There they are. Where is she? What about the fire starter? That would be the villain. No, Gareth, you got it. That's a good one. But they got to be corny names. We got to go corny names. The Delayer. It sounds better in German. Die Verspätung. Die Verspätung. You will never take me alive, Matt Clark, for I shall keep delaying all the trades. Now you just hold on there a second, Verspätung. I'll stop you once and for all from making all these trains late. Roger the Cowboy.
Roger.
All right, you, Roger the cabin. Oh, now I gotta do it over. All right, you, Roger the cabin boy. That is not my name. I didn't say it was your name. It's what I'm accusing you of. Roger. Yeah, okay.
Roger.
I don't know how up you are up on
Roger.
the nugget. Well, Matt, where are you off to now? Well, I'm off to jolly old England. I've been asked to solve some cases over there. I'm going to meet their trained superhero known as British Rail. not you! Hold it right there! Put them hands up! Monsieur, why are you picking on me? I have done nothing wrong. Hey, you're French, aren't you? Yes, I am French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent? Well, that's crime enough. Just being French is a crime in my book. Come away. Is Joel Pugh here? He may not have liked that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Is Joel here?
We have a bit of an international group here. They may not appreciate it quite so much. Germans like it.
So we're going to need... Yeah, no, the Germans would like it. Well, yeah, that was my grandpa.
Yeah, Chris says your voice won't last. I think it's true. Especially after teaching all day.
This was my German grandfather on my mom's side. Here is French military. This is all they do in French military training. Right hand up, left hand up, shake them. Your French military training is now complete. And you too, you come away here. You sound French? No, I am Belgian. I am not French. I am just from the French part of Belgium. Well, that's even worse. You're somebody who's not French who tries to act French. Come away. Yeah, My Hero Academia. No, I 2.5 hours. Oh, we're back. All right, Spinning Wheel of Death is back. We gotta have the girlfriend. He has to have a girlfriend, or maybe he's gay.
He's progressive.
He's progressive. Mm-hmm. Oh, we gotta go completely modern era. He's trans.
There you go. Yeah, sound like Inspector Clouseau. Oh, French.
Does your dog bat? Eh? What's that? I said, does your dog bat? No, my dog, it does not bite. Nice doggy, nice doggy. I thought you said your dog does not bite. He's not my dog. Hey, Z Fantasy Trains came in. Hi there. Well, Inspector Clouseau is French. If you're going to do a French accent, you got to do. But let's see. We've got his British counterpart. British Rail. Why is she sending that to me? That's to you.
Oh, Lynn?
No, that's your sister.
Oh. My phone's upstairs.
Did she send it to the Dodge Family Chat? She sent it to me. Why not send it to me? Maybe she tried calling you and so she sends me the text. I don't know. Why is your sister texting me? Yeah. Welcome. Oh, Ewan is here, or Ewan's been here, and maybe just now joining in again. Stuart. Who is Stuart? Z Fantasy Trains? Oh, St. Mary's is Stuart. I didn't see St. Mary's come in. Z Fantasy Train is somebody else. Stuart is here. St. Mary's, hi. Hey, we're kind of gone up. Hi, Jackie, we're fine. Oh, you went back down, did you? All right. Let's see, I'm still, okay. The Tornado. That could be a British villain. No, the Tornado's a good train. Why would you make it a villain? You should call British Rail the villain. What do they call the era of British Rail right now? They call me nationalization. You were out in your new train room. Well, I'm down in my old train room. So now I'm going to be thinking about this too. No, I still got to go back. I've got 4 or 5 songs we've never recorded. No, 2 songs we've recorded but I never played. 3 that haven't been recorded, and I haven't written one in 3 weeks. I got to start doing some songs again. Other things have happened, grandchild and all that stuff.
Oh, he's so cute. Which sister? Kathy?
Yes, your sister Kathleen.
Okay.
Kathy. Kathy to her friends.
Yeah.
But I need more villains. I need more villains. Die Verspätung, the delayer. They call me the engineer.
Eugene.
Are there some famously bad trains?
Grandchild should be motivation to get more songs. Really lie.
No, because my songs are always mocking and sarcastic. There's nothing mocking or sarcastic about a grandchild.
Pure love.
That's pure love.
He's doing fine. He's not letting our daughter sleep though.
He's just a poop machine right now.
And he cries and he wants to snack.
He's a baby. He wants to eat,
He's a
poop,
baby.
and cry. He's a
Yeah.
baby.
He's a baby.
There's a villain, the baby. All he does is poop, cry, and want to eat on the train. You'll never catch me, copper.
We could do love songs. Yeah, we could.
Quick, Smokey, get the binky.
We're crying, we love you. That was too
Oh, stop.
What?
My humor is not about doing all lovey-dovey stuff. That's private poetry I write for you and my girlfriend.
Two of us was cute.
Yeah, the two of us, but yeah, and it was probably our least popular one. No, the least popular one was the Led Zeppelin one. That definitely got the least likes.
That's the wrong group. Kids liked it. Okay, Lynn liked it.
All right. Well, March West Junction. Actually, it's probably time I started heading off. It's dinner time here. It's dinner time here. We gotta rustle up some grub. So go make me a sandwich. Stop, I say. Stop. All right, everybody, I really do need
So
to log off.
quiet
Thank you
now.
for cheering me up. It really has been a crappy week, both with breaking my 3D printer that I'm really depressed about. Now that I'm talking about it again, I'm going depressed again.
You should flip it
And
over.
job was really crazy this week. Not bad, just a lot of work this week. And then other things that are happening in the world, especially my world, this world. So once again, I want to thank you all for actually coming in and encouraging my madness. You guys are awesome. I can't believe that you actually stop in each week and see the same trains, because I didn't even change trains this week. It's the same ones I ran last week. Not that you noticed, but it was. But yeah, as always, thank you for hanging out, stopping by, and I will say to all of you, Auf Wiedersehen and Tschüss.